Have you ever noticed how someone's eyes linger on you just a second too long? How their voice softens when they speak your name, even when they swear they feel nothing? The heart has its own language, one that bypasses reason and speaks in whispers. What if I told you that the person who seems indifferent, who sends mixed signals, is often the one most deeply entangled in emotions they cannot name? Carl Jung revealed that our truest feelings hide in the unconscious, slipping past our guarded words and revealing themselves in gestures we cannot control. When a soul is drawn to another, it leaves traces, subtle, undeniable. But today we will not speak of love's quiet signs. Instead, we will speak of something far more powerful: the art of becoming untouchable. Not because you are cold, not because you feel nothing, but because you have mastered the alchemy of turning pain into strength. This is not the path of the unfeeling, but of the deeply feeling who refuse to be ruled by what they feel. Before we begin, if these words resonate with you, if you sense this is the journey your soul has been waiting for, do not let this moment pass without claiming it. Like this video, subscribe, and let us walk this road together. Now sit still. What comes next may alter the way you see yourself forever. Picture this. You stand in a storm, clutching a single fragile branch, convinced it will shield you from the wind and rain. This branch is your illusion of control, the belief that you can command life's chaos, that you can bend people and circumstances to your will. But the storm does not obey. It rages on, indifferent to your grip. The difference between those who are shattered by life and those who rise above it is simple. The wise know what to hold and what to release. You cannot control the world. You cannot force loyalty, command love, or dictate fate. But you can control your own mind, your reactions, your choices. When people betray you, when plans collapse, when life twists in ways you never expected, this does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. The only thing you truly own is your response. Will you rage against the storm? Will you crumble? Or will you stand in the downpour and whisper, "This too is part of my story"? This is the first secret of the untouchable. Focus only on what is yours to command: your thoughts, your actions, your discipline. Every moment spent wrestling with what you cannot change is energy stolen from what you can. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Live in harmony with what is given to you." Not resignation, harmony. There is a rare kind of person who does not fight the currents of life, but learns to swim with them. They are the ones who meet failure with a smile and say, "Ah, there you are. I've been waiting." This is not surrender. This is strategy. Amor fati. Love your fate. Not just endure it, but embrace it as the raw material of your evolution. Loss, betrayal, unexpected turns. These are not interruptions to your path. They are the path. The untouchable know this. They do not waste breath cursing the storm. They become the storm. Let me ask you this. When was the last time someone's words cut you and you bled anger in return? When did you last feel the heat of humiliation rise in your chest, demanding revenge? Now imagine this instead. You pause. You let the insult hang in the air, unanswered, and in that silence you reclaim your power. The untouchable are not those who never feel pain. They are those who refuse to let pain dictate their moves. Think of the difference between a leaf tossed by the wind and a mountain that stands unmoved. Both feel the storm. Only one is shaken by it. What separates them? Mastery, Marcus Aurelius warned. You become a slave the moment you let another's actions control your mind. Every time you react without thought, every outburst, every sleepless night spent fuming over slights, you hand your power to someone else. But self-mastery is not the suppression of emotion. It is the art of feeling deeply without being drowned. Anger comes, acknowledge it, then ask, does this serve me? Sadness lingers. Sit with it, but do not let it build a home within you. This is the daily training of the untouchable. Small moments of choice, the co-worker's passive aggression, the lover's indifference, the stranger's disrespect. In each, you decide. Will you be ruled by the moment, or will you rule yourself? Every time you choose composure, you forge an inner armor. People will sense it. They will see the quiet steadiness in your gaze, the unshakable calm in your presence, and they will wonder, what does this person know that I do not? Here is the truth they are missing. Emotions are not your enemies. They are messengers. The untouchable do not silence them. They decipher them. When insulted, the average man lashes out. The untouchable asks, does this person's opinion define me? The answer is always no. The weaker your grip on others' judgments, the stronger your spirit becomes. The Stoics called this apatheia, not apathy, but freedom from the tyranny of passion. It is the clarity that comes when you stop confusing what happens to you with who you are. Practice this. Next time emotion surges, step back. Watch it like a storm outside your window. Let it rage, but do not let it in. Breathe, then choose. That small space between trigger and response, that is where your power lives. There is a myth that to care is to cling, to people, to outcomes, to the hope that life will always be fair. The untouchable know better. True strength is in loving deeply while needing nothing, in giving without demands, in holding without desperation. How many hours have you lost agonizing over things you cannot change? How much mental space have you surrendered to those who do not deserve it? Epictetus, born a slave, understood this better than any king. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding what lies beyond your control. You cannot force others to treat you well, but you can refuse to let their treatment define your worth. Identify one thing draining your peace right now, a relationship, a fear, an obsession with the past. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, release it. Train yourself to care, but never at the cost of your sanity. This is the balance of the untouchable, engaged with life yet never enslaved by it. Silence is your weapon. In a world addicted to noise, the untouchables speak sparingly. When provoked, they do not rush to defend. They let the insult hang unanswered. Watch how others unravel when their words find no purchase. Observe how your mind clears when you stop feeding the drama. Silence is where wisdom grows. When you do speak, let it be with intention. The untouchable are not the loudest in the room. They are the ones who speak only when it matters. Becoming untouchable is not about building walls. It is about dissolving the illusions that make you vulnerable. No one can disturb you unless you let them. Your peace is not out there, waiting for the world to grant it. It is in here, waiting for you to claim it. You will still feel pain. Storms will still come. But now you will stand differently in the face of them, not as a victim, but as a warrior who knows the secret. Nothing can shake you unless you let it. Distraction is the enemy of mastery. Every time your mind is pulled by trivialities, by gossip, by others' opinions, you weaken your resolve. The untouchable mind does not wander. It chooses its battles and ignores the rest. Think of an archer. The crowd jeers, the wind howls, but his gaze does not flicker. There is only the target, only the shot. Your mind must be the same. Most people scatter their focus like leaves in the wind. You must be ruthless. Ask, does this serve me? If not, let it pass. This is not indifference, it is precision. Stillness is power. The modern world worships hurry, but the untouchable understand the strength in calm. When chaos erupts, they pause, they breathe, they wait. And in that waiting, they see what others miss. Practice this. 1 hour each day, disconnect. No screens, no voices, no distractions. Sit with yourself. Observe the impulses, the itch to check your phone, the tug of worry. Let them pass like clouds. This is how you train the mind to be unmoved. The untouchable do not seek validation. They do not need everyone to like them, to agree with them, to understand them. The pursuit of universal approval is a prison. There will be those who call you cold when you are disciplined, arrogant when you are confident, distant when you refuse to play their games. Let them. Their words only have power if you give it to them. A lion does not explain itself to sheep. This does not mean you become cruel. It means you stop shaping yourself to fit others' expectations. You stand firm in your truth, even if you stand alone. Most people waste lifetimes on petty arguments, meaningless distractions, people who do not deserve their energy. The untouchable mind does not engage. It observes, learns, and moves on. People will bait you into their dramas. They will try to provoke you, to pull you into their cycles of conflict. But when you refuse to take the bait, their power over you vanishes. Silence becomes your shield. Indifference becomes your armor. This is not about suppressing emotions. It is about recognizing that not every emotion deserves your attention. The untouchable understand that explanations are wasted on those determined to misunderstand. They move through the world with quiet confidence, knowing their worth is not diminished by another's blindness. Those who matter will recognize your value without needing it spelled out. Those who don't were never your concern to begin with.